Hi, welcome back. Today we've got another £200 of 10p's which we're going to be hunting through. We're looking for alphabet 10p's, ideally 2019 dated ones, because after all these years we've still not found the whole alphabet. So far we have A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L and M. We have N, O, P, R, T, V and X, so still lots of letters to get, well 6. It feels like lots because we could be hunting them for ages because they are so low minted and hard to find, those 2019 dated ones. So what we did, we started another 2018 book. This is our third book. All we need to complete this book is C and D, J, R, O and W. So I'm fairly convinced we will probably finish book 3 of 2018's before we finish book 1 of 2019's. But let's get into this bag and hope we're lucky today. Okay then, whilst the coin hunt is ongoing, I'm going to be going through some recent comments left on my videos. If you get a random love and like from me but no comments, I've probably taken a screenshot of it and will be using it in one of these Q&A videos. If you want to get a question into me, just leave a comment on a recent video and I may just pick it. We're going to start with To Coin a Phrase, who says, personally I agree with you, it's unrealistic, but everything's maybe just... Hold on. But everything's maybe just try to buy one of each coin instead of every version. But okay, I think that's regarding. I had a little bit of a grumble on one of the recent Unhuntables videos that I do. That I'm thinking about paring down what the volume of coins I'm going to be buying next year, because I don't know. It's just not that I've lost interest in the hobby or excitement for the hobby, but it feels a bit like we're overwhelmed with releases and things not going into circulation, really starting to take away from the enjoyment of these coins, when I find it much more exciting to be able to find the coins in one of my coin hunts or in my change, and that doesn't stop me from wanting to buy the bullion, what am I talking about? Doesn't make me want to stop to buy the brilliant uncirculated, the silver proofs, the colours, what versions, the versions without colour, but it does, I am getting more of that sense that lots of people have been speaking about for many years now. It's becoming sort of coin buying rather than coin collecting. But yes, I think what I might do next year is maybe cut out the £5 coins, maybe just get them in BU. It depends, especially when there are these humongous series of silver £5 coins. That's quite expensive over the course of a year to, like the Bond series. They are lovely designs, but having all of them released within sort of 12 months of each other was a little bit much. But yeah, I'm still umming and ahhing about it also. We shall see in the next year. Right, John Gray says, is the new Paul McCartney £5 coin worth buying? It's a very hard question to answer. So I bought them, of course. I guess the question is, it depends what you're buying them for. Are you buying them as an investment? If that is the reason for buying the coins, then it's a bit of a gamble, because they could turn out to be really popular coins and do really well on the secondary market, and in years to come you'll be able to potentially sell them for profit. But it happens so infrequently with these commemorative coins that they end up stratospherically valuable, that if you want the safer bet as an investment, I think bullion is probably the better avenue. Over time. Obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but yeah, but if it's something you enjoy, something you like, it's a theme that interests you, then by all means totally worth buying. And I think it's a lovely design as well. I was really happy with that one. Right, Jane Salisbury says, when I was a child in the 1960s, coins with Queen Victoria's portrait were still quite common. My nan used to collect bun coins, those with Victoria wearing her hair in a bun at the back of her head. Yes, I've said many times it would have been really exciting to be doing these coin hunts with monarchs stretching all the way back to Queen Victoria. We now do have 2 monarchs we can find, although one not as frequently as the other, because the King Charles coins, not a huge amount of them have been put into circulation. We are seeing more and more, but it'll just take time for there to be, will they ever become as frequent as Queen Elizabeth II's coinage? Probably not. But no, I think that would have been really cool if we hadn't had to decimalize and revamp all our coins. To find Victorian coins in circulation would be really cool. It's a bit like in the United States. There are, I don't know what that banging is about, if you can hear it, my apologies. in the United States, because they haven't decimalized or changed up their coins massively for so long, there are still silver coins to be found in circulation, which is bonkers to think about. Oh, there we go. L for Loch Ness. Very nice. Oh, it's 2019 as well. Amazing. Well, there we go. We've got plenty more to get through. Who knows what else we might find? Mina Carolina, or Mina Carolina, says, if they melt down a bimetallic coin, do they first have to separate the silver bit from the gold bit? That's a very good question, and I am really interested to know the answer. So I think, more recently, I don't think the Royal Mint melts anything at the Royal Mint anymore. I think it's all done in Port Talbot. They use their furnaces. So I don't think the Royal Mint does that anymore. But it's a very interesting question, because obviously a bimetallic coin, the inner and the outer are two different metals. So I guess they would have to separate them, wouldn't they? And I imagine that would take quite an extraordinary amount of time, or a very impressive machine to punch out all the centres. So it is definitely on my mind, a question to ask the Royal Mint next time we're down there. Okay. So, comment from We Pair 2 says, I get it, you are a coin collector, each to their own, but you are boring us all to death. No more, please. And my thanks to Mina Carolina and Andrea Dingbat, who replied, you know it's optional to watch videos, no one is forcing you. And Andrea Dingback says, I was just about to write exactly what you did. Yes, I mean, it baffles me. If you don't like the videos, you have endless content to watch on YouTube. Go watch some Roblox videos or whatever it is you find far more interesting than looking through coins. But what I will say is thank you very much for leaving a comment, because to my understanding, that helps with engagement, and will probably result in more of my videos showing up in your feed. So well done you. Very clever move. Anyway, Alan Skyrm? S-K-R-M-E. Skyrm? I apologise if I mispronounced that. I've tried my best. Says, just for info, are NIFCs worth more than they are in their original commemorative sets? Tricky question to answer again. So if we're talking about unique designs, so I don't know, the Agatha Christie £2 coin was an NIFC, was not put into circulation. Is that coin worth more in its original packaging? Yes, and worth more than £2 for sure. But if you mean so like 2023's annual set, there was a time, it absolutely boggles my brain, there was a time you could buy that definitive set, including that 2023 Atlantic salmon with the Crown Privy Mark, for, was it £35 from the Royal Mint? And then those coins were selling for 50, 60, 70 pounds on eBay just loose. So you were paying twice the price of the commemorative set to buy that one single coin. I just couldn't wrap my head around why people were buying that. I could totally understand why people were buying those sets, cutting that 50p out and selling it for twice what they paid for that annual definitive set, but I don't understand who these people are buying it. It absolutely blew my mind. So that's an example where the NIFC is worth way more than just what the set was worth. And I guess that sort of thing has happened before. Was it the 2020 Tokyo Olympic 50p? Again, that skyrocketed in value because Tokyo Olympics ended up not happening in 2020, so it was re-released in 2021. But the only way you could get a 2020 dated one, dated on the obverse, it's still dated 2020 on the reverse, was to buy that annual coin set. So yes, another one that is more valuable than potentially the set was at a point. So yes and no is the answer. Daniel T says, I got a salmon 50p from the bank in a £10 bag of 50p's last week. I feel very lucky. Yes, certainly. Congratulations to you on finding that. They are the one that they are the coins everyone's wanting to find nowadays, given how rare and scarce they are. And I'm very jealous that you managed to get it in a £10 bag of 50p's. I regularly get huge bags of them. So it just goes to show you're just as you roll the same dice as I do, opening a bag, and you've rolled much better than I have in terms of your luck. So congratulations to you, and hopefully I might be able to find some more myself. Right. Oh my goodness. Constantin Roberts. There we go. says, hi Christopher, I have a quick question. Should I buy a Platinum Jubilee 70p coin? Will this coin become expensive in the future? Okay, so it's not a 70p coin. It says 70 on it, but that's just because it's the Platinum Jubilee 70 years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. It's still a 50p coin. It depends what you, again, it's really hard giving advice on what is the best thing. If I knew what the best coins were to buy, I would stockpile them and keep them forever and make a fortune when I retire, but that's not what I do because it's impossible to predict. If you're talking about a circulated one, I don't think so. There's still 5 million and 70 were put into circulation. That's a very high number. I don't think it's one that will rise particularly like a Kew Gardens has, like the Atlantic Salmon 2023 coin has. In the future it might command a bit of a couple of pounds over face value if they become hard to find in 50 years time. Silver, gold, again, the problem is the Platinum Jubilee was such a big event. Mintage figures were very, very high for those because they anticipated a lot of demand, and there was a lot of demand. It was a big event that captured not just the United Kingdom but people around the world, so it's definitely a coin that was bought in very, very large numbers. Possibly, but not one I would earmark as a potential riser in the future. Makamula says, if they do a guided tour of the exhibition, I can hear the guide saying, and here is the Edward VIII sovereign, which is Christopher Clegg's favourite coin. By the way, the link to Grossy's hunt is wrong. It shows a 5p hunt and his 20p hunt isn't live as I type this. Yes, I'm quite excited for that. I think it's almost a must-do because, again, I don't know if I've got this right, but it seems like they're only going to be doing two or three guided tours a day, which includes then getting a strike your own coin. So it makes me think whatever they change the strike your own to in the new year, it's going to be a really low minted one because there's not a lot of people that can get down for that or can fit onto the tour. So we shall wait to see. I have a habit of calling it very wrong with the strike your own, so don't take my word as gospel. The link being wrong to Grossy's video, so the Unhuntables, I do one half of the video, he does another half of the videos. I upload mine on time and he uploads his late, so I don't always have that link to put in there to link across to Grossy's video. So take it up with him, don't take it up with me. Anyway, with that being said, let's get back to the coins. Well, there we go, our finds for today. We've got a bit of a variety from Guernsey, these 1992 design, good vintage if I say so myself, and then two from Jersey, same designs but different years though, aren't they? Yeah, another one from 1992 and a more recent one from 2014, although that is a decade ago, which sounds very, very wrong, but of course, Starfind L for Loch Ness. Very, very cool design. L was the design I kept finding on the 2018s early on. It seemed to be the only letter I could regularly find, but this is a 2019 dated one, so a very, very exciting find for sure. Unfortunately, it's not one of the last 6 we need to complete the 2019 book, but we'll have to keep hunting and eventually we might find those missing letters. But there we go. Anytime we find an alphabet 10p, it's always good news because it doesn't happen every week. Now, if you've also found an alphabet 10p this week, then let us know in the comments what letter you found and where you found it. There's normally 3 or 4 or 5 people that have also found alphabet 10p's, and it cheers me up when I didn't find one. But yes, let us know what letters you have found. As usual, you'll find links in the description of this video across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come over and join me and other coin collectors on that. There are also links to my other social media channels, the PO box address if you want to write into me, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel. That's the company I work for as my day job, so please check them out too. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.